Well, you know what? There's supposedly a scientific limit to that, and Milton Babbitt will tell you why it's bullshit.
Probably.
Actually, he won't because he's dead now. But if he were
the
alive,
ghost of
the ghost of the videos of him, they're still out there in YouTube land. So we have gone live, although I have not gone live on the other streams, but we will shortly. I just need to. Well, first, I got to open up real Winamp, and then I got to open up fake Winamp. So let's open up real Winamp. Come on, real Winamp. There's real Winamp. Now we'll open up fake Winamp. Basically, I have a Oh, I got no levels in Winamp.
Whoa.
And I should check that I got the correct levels in here. All right. Okay.
Norton, I can't wait till I uninstall it. Just getting sick and tired of all the pop-ups and bullshit that they want.
There we go.
It's like, so the add-in to each browser just doesn't automatically get updated. You have to individually go through each one. And just go fuck off. You slow down the browser anyway.
Anyways, now Dune is asking where I am.
Hey, Dune.
And I'm here. So I don't know where Dune is, but I got to figure out how to...
You know what? Dune is there.
Dune is there. I'm here. Dune is there. But Dune doesn't know where there is or where here is, and I don't know where here or there is. But Dune wasn't...
Wait, we're late? We're not late.
Well, actually, I think I started a minute late.
You did? Sorry, Dune. We started a minute late. I came in like... a minute before it started. We kind of got going, and then he went like, NC, no comment.
There's Dune looking for where you are.
He's in Banning, California.
Oh, interesting. And speaking
no
of
idea
California,
even where that is.
No, he's in North Carolina.
Mars.
Oh,
it's Talk Like a Pirate
Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Yarr.
Woo.
Okay.
I'll put on my pirate garb, right?
Oh. What
know?
is pirate garb? Like eye patch or
a
hat or...
Should I shave? Should I shave?
Oh, so you were ready for this?
Who was?
No, it happened to be right here, right?
Oh, really?
That happened to be, and here's another garb. I don't know why. I don't remember why I have two scarf things.
You just normally keep scarves and swords.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Who doesn't?
I completely forgot it was Talk Like a Pirate Day, and I went a whole day of work without talking like a pirate to any of my end users.
No shit.
And I mean,
how?
I had a half-hour meeting with the CIO and my boss.
You really should talk like a pirate to your CIO. That would have been really important.
So in my pile of crap,
I had the perfect opportunity.
This mesh bag that zippers close. There's still on the tag on it. See, there's a price. Now, this was from Daiso, so it cost me $1.50.
Sparky Toaster
and it has other goodies in it.
What?
I'm sorry, Sparky?
He had some shaving advice for you. He wanted you to go a little lower and shave your neck.
Oh! Off with the head.
Oh.
I don't know, but then the police investigation would interrupt the rest of the show, and that would be the ultimate interruption of all time.
Holy crap! I have this mesh bag thing. I don't remember getting it.
Huh.
Oh.
Well. Anyways.
Holy crap! That's why it's in this stack.
Okay.
There is this thing that's in there. Can we see it without it being... blurred out.
It's got some characters on it and some stuff.
Apparently a pirate theme.
Garb.
Nice.
Of course, there's some Japanese letters on it, so I don't know what the
That's
fuck
probably
that
One
means.
Piece. If it's pirate and it's Japanese letters, it's probably One Piece.
Now apparently Doomsday sucked. So
Dune sucked.
Doomsday sucked.
Oh, Doomsday sucked. Oh, sorry, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and the receipt is in this bag. Let's see, when did I buy the fucking thing?
You bought this?
Yeah, it's probably One Piece.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
2/22/2018.
You had plans back then.
That's why I can't remember. Although you would think that it would kick into long-term memory.
Well, you know.
It probably fell out of short-term memory and then...
And anyways, we're not going to be here next week.
What? Are you taking a pirate cruise somewhere?
Yar. I be taking a flight to Orlando, yar.
Orlando.
Yes.
Hey, guess
Orlando.
what? I'm flying to Pittsburgh.
Land of pay the man until you've got nothing left to pay it. So,
all right, here's my other contribution.
So, Gators, I can do Orlando. I can't do Pittsburgh.
So are you a Doobie Brother or ZZ Top?
ZZ Top.
Boy, I gotta hang this over the ears, but it's just hard when I have the headphones on.
It's hard.
Hard.
I don't know how long I can stand this itchy thing on.
You know, he was ready though. I'm impressed.
What did I have on my head? I can't remember. Oh, there's a bandana there. Let me see if I can reach it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with bandana.
Yeah.
You can swap some.
Well, I'm looking for the whole garb.
Yeah.
The whole garb.
Garb. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, I even have the knot tied on it already. Let's see. Does it go on like this?
Yeah, that works.
Oh no! Wait.
No. I know how this works. Open up your mouth and you.
Damn it.
Hi, Sparky Toaster.
Keep the mustache in the proper place.
So anyways, we must cover what you were talking about when we joined the show, because we joined the show mid-sentence. And Brian was telling me about a video that he saw on YouTube about beats per minute and timing, and apparently the timing can be off by an undetectable amount, and the amount that's detectable and undetectable, and blah blah blah. And that reminded me about a story that Milton Babbitt once told.
Oh yeah, the time you hung out with Milton Babbitt.
I only talked to him on the phone a few times. I never actually hung out with him.
Why did you guys have a beer or something?
That would have been nice, but he was.
You were in California at the time, right?
I was in California at the time, and he was in New Jersey.
Well, you could have hung out. You should have said, "Yeah, I'm taking a random trip to New Jersey. Check out the old stomping grounds." Hung out with Babbitt.
I don't know that he was available for that. I think he spent much of his time at home. You know. I think his health.
It's fine. He can pull some beers out of his bar, his home bar or something.
So, anyways, one of the things
I got my pirate ring too.
Sorry, so, Brian. I have a feeling that the video you're watching might have gone into that with the evolution of technology. Computers were able to play complex rhythms that humans couldn't, and at that point, that's where 4/4 and beats per minute, might not be adequate.
He was actually talking about. Actually, the computers can do that.
Right, the computers
the problem
can do things
is
more complex.
They don't so much, and let's say on the fourth beat you play it a hair late that is detectable.
Okay.
That adds that human emotional quality to the music.
Oh, you're talking about programming error to make a computer sound more human. That's a little different. I think it's called quantization.
In fact, I wanted to comment to him. a number of times, either with a band or on myself, I wanted to practice with like a drum machine. And I totally hate pre-programmed rhythms because they're too precise. What are you playing, a Sousa march?
Well, you might be.
You know,
nothing wrong with Sousa. But
when you're trying to play blues,
Sousa
it's
didn't
not played like a Sousa march.
I guess Sousa didn't have the blues.
I guess, or jazz. Jazz has complex rhythm.
But so the thing is that computers can be programmed to play infinitely more complex rhythms than the human normally could be able to play. Although that's a little bit of a different related topic or a tangent path that I decided to take here from your thing. And the story that Milton Babbitt told was that he one of his early electronic works was Vision and Prayer. And the rhythms for the computer part were very complex, but it was a duet, the computer part and a soprano that would sing along to the synthesized computer part. So he needed to write a score for the soprano to sing along to, and I believe the most of the performance. I mean, I don't know how many performances there have been in this piece, but it was premiered by the soprano Bethany Beardsley, who's probably gone on to sing it many times. So he wrote out a score, but the score he wrote out, he didn't write it out to be strictly correct. He made approximations of the synthesized part in the score, basically thinking that it'll be accurate enough for the soprano to follow along and sing her parts at the right times that she needs to come into the synthesized part. So it was not 100% accurate, but it was an approximation because of the complex rhythms and time signatures and all that. And Bethany had struggled with it and called up Milton saying, this is wrong. There's something wrong with the score. These parts don't. Now Milton went on to say that the amount of error, the amount of difference between his approximation score and the synthesized part was less than what the human ear should be capable of hearing. Yet she heard it. And so then when he went on to compose another piece, Philomel, which also was synthesized part with soprano accompaniment, he made the point to write out the full score with the complex time signatures and everything accurately. And Bethany learned that piece much easier, much quicker. Memorized it, never had to had it memorized for the first performance. Whereas she never was able to memorize Vision and Prayer and always had to refer back to the music to try to perform that one. And so that was just one of those tidbits that Milton liked to mention in interviews over the years. So anyways, that was my little timing story for you.
Right.
Bethany learned how to play philo. Delicious.
Philo. Something like that.
I mean, he doesn't like a little spanakopala. Some philo dough and some. My goodness.
Now, speaking of philo dough or beverages or hey, maybe beer.
Well, see, I told you to come back to beer.
A total side distraction because you know that I love that.
What?
Right?
Yeah.
A distraction.
Okay.
I just put the link to the video, the Adam Neely that talks about what we were talking about.
Oh, good.
Well, if someone wants to check it out,
we don't. It's actually too long for us to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they would probably bang us anyway. I was listening to XM. This is only on their streaming part, not on the device.
They took off a lot of stuff off the devices.
Yeah. So they couldn't fit it on the XM radio thinger, so they have it as a streaming thing just on an internet. This was, they have a series called Artist.
Oh, is this a volume?
Artist.
Artist fuck?
Or Artist Impossible. I don't think that's the name.
Oh, Gators is all excited.
I thought it was Artist fuck.
Yeah.
And this particular episode I came across was um fuck again. My brain is not working. Hello, I can't remember what I'm saying.
We'll tell you what. Why don't we distract you with a
A
topic that we do know
jazz
about?
musician, still alive, very famous.
Mm-hmm.
Plays keyboards.
Okay.
Watermelon Man.
Watermelon Man. Okay. And speaking of
Uh,
watermelon, um,
What? Did you get a watermelon beer?
well, actually, it's got prickly pear and other citrus flavors in it.
Oh, is it like a light ale or?
It's a goes.
Oh, okay.
Now, here's the thing. This is the picture of the this picture here that I'm sharing was the promotional picture of what this beer looks like when you bought it brand new. Now, they manufactured this beer in like 2019, and
Oh, you're getting old beer.
it was a limited edition thing. And this is the beer I've talked about on the show before, that you could use it to develop film, or you could drink it, or you could use it to
do
develop.
both.
Well, you can't really do both because you got to add baking soda and vitamin C to the beer to make it developing fluid, and then you got to soak.
And then a little bit of
film
vodka,
in
and
it.
you'll be fine, right?
And so it's probably not good to drink after you've used it to develop film. But you have your choice. So the thing is that it takes about 2.5 cans of this film to of this beer to make a 1 liter batch that fills my film developing tank for a roll of Super 8. And so this past weekend, I did a live stream where I once again developed a roll of film, and I attempted to make a movie of myself developing the film, which I would then develop. But the cartridge that I was using to film the movie of me developing the film jammed. And when I went to see how much of the film ran before it jammed, I found out it jammed right at the beginning of the cart and filmed nothing.
Oh.
So, but
Wikipedia reminded me.
Oh,
Herbie Hancock.
Okay. So
the thing interesting about Herman Hancock in this show
Herman Cactite
is, and I never knew that this was spelled this way. There is a song, he says, the best damn funk song ever.
Okay.
When it came out, right?
Okay. Soulfinger?
And he didn't update that or anything like that. He just said, because they were kind of talking about Sly Stone.
Okay.
Thank you, and Wikipedia calls it
Let me
Follow-Time
be
myself again.
Again. Yes. That is how that song is spelled.
Again. I did not know. I just thought it was spelled like it's supposed to be, for letting me be
That is how it's
again.
supposed to be.
Yes. Anyway, that is the funkiest. Do you actually have that song that you can play a little clip without getting us in trouble?
Well, I could play it and get us in trouble.
Okay.
I don't know that I can play it without.
And that's different how?
Because when they were talking about it, he did not even play himself on the He had a fucking Steinway in front of him. He could have plunked out a few notes
on a
right?
Steinway. I mean, you got to have a slap bass to play out a few notes of this.
Yeah, but you could play the basic rhythm.
I guess so.
Of course, the slap notes would be awesome.
I don't know. It'd be fun to watch someone try to slap a piano.
Slap a Steinway.
Yeah, well, you got the lid open. You could probably do a little bounce, 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 but hold down the, kind of like the Banshee.
Good.
But
actually, then he did Watermelon Man in 1962.
Okay.
Here it is, fucking 60 years later, and he played that for this episode, and it was one of the most amazing things I've ever heard.
Okay.
Beside the point. So XM's streaming Artist Impossible, which is not the real name, Herbie Hancock.
Well, of course, it's a classic. That's off Headhunters. Which,
yeah, and he also talks about hunters. And in fact,
Hunter
he
hunters?
said he was told by the experts, yes, you want to do some popular covers that'll help sell the record because we're music business, right? And he kind of said to himself, well, fuck this, I'm going to write something that's going to be popular. I mean,
Mhm.
that's what he does. He's a composer. And he played piano
Uh-huh.
for the Chicago Symphony Orchestra when he was fucking 11 years old.
Meanwhile,
That's a little too early for that.
there's a group of composers that a few years ago, actually many years ago, they wrote a song called "The Most Unwanted Song." They did research and tried to come up with the most unwanted song that they could come up with ever, and it's about.
So they learned to play Baby Shark.
Well, it. Well, it's 22 minutes long.
By the way, it's actually Artist
Um,
Confidential.
It's got accordion in it.
Artist Confident.
I like accordion.
Oh, fun is.
Ooh.
Does that come with a video? Does that come with a video?
No, it comes with a still shot. But it's also, but like I said, it's 22 minutes long, so we gotta skip around a bit.
What's unwanted about this? This sounds good. That's good right there.
Yeah.
Got some hip hop in it.
It's got children's choirs singing about holidays.
Hey everybody, it's Christmas time.
Oh, good. Oh, there's a song.
All you need to do is include some power tools.
Yeah.
Your power tools. At
It's a
Walmart.
Walmart song.
So yeah.
And this is called what again?
This is called The Most Unwanted Song. Mind you, this is only the 4.5 minute point out of a 22-minute song.
But I like the Walmart part.
Right.
Well, they do revisit that theme.
Now,
a few times.
do they include some voices like the Chipmunks?
See, there's some
No.
more Walmart.
I know. Here's how it would make to be the most unwanted.
Easter
Yeah.
time.
If they had sections that sounded like the Cars for Kids ad.
No.
1877 cars for God.
You got it.
You
got it.
I'm gonna have to think about
It's the
Chocolate
most
Rain
fucking
now to get that out of my
obnoxious-
head.
You're gonna have to what?
Think about Chocolate Rain to get the Cars for Kids thing.
Chocolate
out of my head.
Rain.
No one wants it. What was his name? Tazon.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Which one do you want stuck in your head? The Cars for Kids or the Chocolate Rain? I think Chocolate Rain's the better of the two myself. I
Play a little clip of it. Is this not coming to my mind?
now
And that gets rid of the Cars for
Now,
Kids.
Dune wants me to talk about the beer film, and
Ooh.
wants me to focus.
Beer film.
beer
Pair
film.
of beer. Does when you get finished, Gators, does your film smell like beer or does it smell like pear?
It smells like film because we wash it off. It's
Oh.
rinsed and washed many times. You don't want developing.
So as far as
to,
being unwanted, I was under the mistaken belief that October 5th was the new season of The Curse of Oak Island. I was wrong. It's November, I don't know, 11 or something like that.
Oh, good.
Unfortunately,
November
the
5th
people
is
on,
the- is
the stream
beyond-
still here, Brian, but I've
Beyond
muted him on my
Oak
board.
Island.
And I'm just going to
Beyond
go
Oak
ahead and
Island.
talk about this topic.
Say,
for a
Sparky,
while.
are you going to get out some
So
churros
over in the
for us?
NHB stream, we can actually do this. So as you can see, it's a goes. It's a red colored beer. Wait, people on NHB stream can't see the picture. Only the
Yeah. Do you think people on NHP care if you can see anything or not?
All right, we'll try unmuting again.
Well, it's okay to actually verbally describe it. Yes, it's a very red beer with a clear, nice, frothy head.
Yeah.
I don't know if
And
it
you
wants
know it's
froth
cold
in his-
because the glass is moist. Can you say moist as a pirate?
So, like I said,
she be dripping.
There
you go.
I shot a roll of film down the shore last weekend.
Yeah.
Because we were hanging out and we were celebrating one of my cousins.
And so you took some footage of beer.
I took footage of different things, and we'll get to that. But I had to develop it first, and so I popped open a few cans of this stuff, and I poured them out. And it takes about 2.5 cans to mix up a batch, which left me with an extra half a can to drink. Nope, that's the wrong. That's
holy.
Here it is. This is what it looks like now when I pour it out. That is not red. That is. I can only describe that as orange because it's orange, but it's wrong. So when orange is wrong, it's orange.
You be not getting the scurvy.
So that's what it's supposed to look like, and that is what it actually
our
looks
resident
like.
pirate is working overtime.
That's the beer's gone off. But anyways, as you can see, it did absolutely develop the film, and so if we go and I share the right window now. Here is the movie that I shot, or at least here's the first 2 minutes of the movie that I shot, because the last minute
it's a highway cone.
The last minute the lighting got too dark for anything to really come out. But anyways, so we were playing some Yahtzee, and Kristen had one dice to get Yahtzee, and she got it. She got a Yahtzee, and so
holy shit!
Everyone
she
kind of
cheated,
clapped.
huh?
No, that was legit. That was totally legit.
Oh, legit. Okay, all right.
Legit
You were watching
Yahtzee.
her.
Yeah.
No secret die coming out from the pocket.
No. And
not weighted dice.
Now, this is my cousin Jeff, and he has a special shirt with one of his special favorite sayings, but he always wears it underneath another shirt, so that way he could show it off when it needs to be shown. And there we go. It is "Let's fucking go," which I think is a phrase he coined when he broke his arm on the beach, and the adults were all having a conversation debating whether they should call an ambulance or drive him to the hospital. And I think at some point, partway into the debate,
stop the argument and go.
He said, "Let's fucking go."
How old was he?
They said that on Twitch a lot when they're playing games.
He was younger.
About how old was he when he did that?
Younger. I don't know. I don't remember. But
and how do you break your arm at the beach? I mean, you've got sand all around.
Skimboarding.
Skimboard. Oh, so he fell hard on the beach.
Yeah, but there we go. There's
Mother. That sucks.
And there's Kenny. He's got a beer, and there's my sister Amanda, also got a beer. And
is he the only person on record that broke an arm skimboarding?
That I know of. But anyways, so there's my there's little Emily, 4 years old, opening up her birthday gifts, and this is indoors without a camera light, so that's why it's very grainy and kind of dark. I wanted to see how well this.
This is the one where the aperture can't change, right? It's stuck open.
Actually, this isn't the camera where the aperture can change, but since it's low light, it's all the way open, so it really wouldn't make a difference.
Right.
The aperture's all the way open.
Too bad you didn't have a little bit of background light to kind of brighten it up.
Well,
but still, it's cool.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't want to, piss off people.
So Emily, at her wedding, you're going to show this video.
Oh, of course.
You're going to edit it down and have it on a continuous loop on some display screen.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll totally do that.
Yeah, in 20 years' time.
20 years' time or so, you know. But anyway, so yeah, that's the movie.
I stopped at a pharmacy, and the lady behind the counter, was a fairly young lady, I was waiting my turn, and the older woman in front of her was trying to get her to date her son.
Oh.
It was fairly weird. And this woman goes off about how young women this way nowadays just want to screw around and won't get married, and they're going to pay for it. And I was like, what the hell?
I'll be getting the booty on the poop jack.
Now, Dune wants to know, wait, is it really made for film? Yes, It was a partnership between Dogfish Head and Kodak that they formulated the beer to also work well as a developing fluid. It was a novelty thing. It's not. I think you
naturally.
I think you could use other beers to develop film, but I've never heard of it before this.
Gators, I have a question for you.
Okay.
This is my question. With the picture, is the picture a dog with a fish head on it, or a fish with a dog head on it?
It just looks like a fish to me. I'll have to take a closer look. Let me bring up the. I just want to show Dune that I'm not making this up, because I have here a document that I had to download, which is the official instructions on how to use this beer. And this was a PDF that Kodak was hosting on their website. They aren't anymore.
That's very true.
But there it is. No, that's
that
I hate the skip buttons there. So step 1. Now this tells you how to mix up a half a liter, but I actually mix up a full liter. But their process was to.
Oh, the beer is called Super 8?
Yeah, it's called Super 8. It's made by Dogfish Head. And I don't see the Dogfish Head logo on this document, unfortunately. Oh, here we go.
And so you point that into the toilet tank.
It looks more like a shark than a fish for their logo.
Well, a dogfish is a shark.
Okay, so
that's... I didn't know if it was a shark or a fish on a head. Whatever.
And then there's David Letterman and Nintendo.
Well, that's because there's other
Game
pictures,
Boy.
and when I try to move around,
I know.
David Letterman
see a toilet tank.
So you
with
heat,
a thermometer in
you
it.
heat up the beer to 90 degrees, and then you add vitamin C and baking soda, or you can add washing soda.
Sounds like a delicious treat to me. Well, except for the beer part.
And then you wait for the liquid to settle down.
Washing soda? What the hell is that?
Washing soda is like baking soda, but more soapier. Washing soda and baking soda are similar things, but they're different.
Okay, so
let's see.
It's like borax, right? Borax.
It might be.
That's
I don't know.
different, I think.
Well, baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, and washing soda is something.
Is soap bicarbonate?
It's let me see. Washing soda is why won't it?
Oh, is that crappy stuff they give in the kids' bathrooms? That's like the salt powders, the soap powder stuff. That stuff's horrible. Oh, sorry.
No.
So Wikipedia says washing soda is sodium carbonate.
Yeah, without the bi. It's just sodium carbonate. And baking soda, sodium.
It's only got one C.
So usually a caffeinol calls for washing soda, but this called for baking soda, and I think they called for it because it's more common household item. But I mix it up using washing soda instead, and I've done it both ways, and both ways have worked. But they set up these instructions to just do it in a bucket in a dark room. But I don't have. It's not easy to get a room completely dark, so I just did it in a tank instead.
You do it in the bathroom, the lights off.
Well,
do you have a window in the bathroom?
Bathroom's got a big window, and it is a bitch to block it. I got plans, but that's for another time.
Do you have windows in your basement?
Yes.
Dang.
Got windows.
You do not have a good basement.
I don't even have a closet without windows in it. I got windows in every room.
Well,
in this house.
You have holes and everything. You should spackle up a window or two.
Actually, I don't have holes anymore. I haven't finished spackling and touch-up painting everything, but there are no holes left.
Does that mean Dune has nothing to do when he comes over?
All holes are patched, and my stairwell wall actually looks like a wall again, touched up, painted, and everything.
Are there things still on the wall, Gators? Is there a bit still on the wall?
No, there are no bits in the walls anymore.
So here's something very funny. Okay, the bicarbonate part.
Okay,
it's actually just sodium and then the bicarbonate part.
Yeah.
The bicarbonate part is 1 carbon, 3 oxygen, and one of the oxygens has a hydrogen hanging off of it.
Okay.
So where the fuck do they get 2 by? Right? Right.
Now, Sparky wants to know, what about the holes in the steps? Oh, I filled that in with some wood filler.
Huh?
Yeah. can barely notice it.
Cool.
Although
There
the
was
wood
a
pillar
house-
is a little lighter than the steps.
There was a house my friend was renting not far from here, and it was a former drug house. You walk down the stairs, and one of the stairs always sounded hollow. And I asked him, "What? Why does this? Is your stairs messed up?" He goes, "Oh no!" And he lifted it up. There was a bunch of hidey places all over that house. It was kind of neat. So like he lifted up the step. There was like a hidden spot in there, and you knew it was a druggie house because they had a big blue. I don't know walnut. There was a blue light outside. You push a button in the kitchen, the blue light would turn on and off. And he's like, "Yeah, this is the former place. We don't do any of that stuff." But
Cheerios ready.
Yeah.
Good going, Sparky.
So anyways, Dune, I think, asked a question when I did my film developing show about the camera light, because I noticed I had the darker movie because I did not subject a 4-year-old to a big bright train headlight in her face.
why they love that?
Now, me as a child, I was subjected to a train headlight in the face, and I'd like to demonstrate what that does. So I'm going to bring
makes
up...
everybody's
So
vision.
what you're saying is you're still traumatized for that.
Well, this is baby me, and I think that's called a Johnny Jump Up. I think they named it after me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
And let's see a close up of that face.
You've seen these before, right? Where you hang it in the door frame. Now, apparently, I was happy as a clam, jumping up and down this thing, making big smiles, and my parents thought, "Oh, we need to get a movie of all these great big smiles that he's making." And so they got the camera out, and they turned on the train headlight, and this is
And
what
the interrogation headlight.
and I'm not smiling anymore, and I start smiling a little bit as I turn my back to the train headlight, but I'm not.
Are your eyes fully dilated when that happens?
I
take it you're able to touch the floor. Is that correct? So you can move yourself around?
It kind of
You
hangs
get a
down so you
jumpy.
can tap
Looked
the
like it
floor
was
and
adjusted
bounce
so
up.
that one foot could reach it. So that's why you have one leg that's longer than the other.
Yeah, but as you can see, I keep turning away from the light. But the picture came out great. Nice vibrant
And
red
you were all
colors.
set for a radio show because you don't like to be on camera.
Well, there I'm smiling a little bit now, but then they turn the light on. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Little bit of smiling, but that's because I like no. Look at the light. Go
They
to
just
the light.
need to take pictures with the Kodak 400
That's
film.
right.
They can do that in any light.
By the way, I was at Rite Aid today
Mm-hmm.
because I got my number 5 bolt in the arm.
Okay.
And they said, well, since you just switched from Moderna to Pfizer, you haven't done Pfizer anymore, why don't you hang out for 15 minutes? So that was the opportunity to walk around the store. Making a very short story long, I got to the section of the knickknacks and stuff,
Paddywhack.
Oh, the as seen on
memory
TV crap area.
cards, what have you. But also they had a few rolls of Fuji 35 millimeter film and some, I think it's Kodak, makes a Polaroid style instant picture type of thing.
Yeah, my niece
They
has a
also
camera that
sold
does
that camera.
Yeah.
So you could buy the camera and buy that instant film thinger.
Mm-hmm.
They also had, unfortunately, it wasn't priced, this Vivitar point and shoot camera that looked like it was probably pretty small. It was in the box. I would have been curious to ask to see it, to see if the cheap shit is any good.
Well,
16 megapixels, that's not horrible.
Mm-hmm.
20 would be better, but that would be
walnut.
All right.
a modern
Okay.
one. I don't know if it could do video or not. That would be fun. Anyway.
Right. Anyway, so yeah. Anyways, that's the film developing story.
Yeah.
and That's the
Wait,
Good.
so did all your stuff
So-
come out though, Gators? That's my question.
Well, like I said, the last minute of the movie, the light was too dark that you really can't make out anything. So I trimmed
Oh.
that off the
Okay.
video.
But the quality is...
I mean,
Okay, the quality isn't great, but it is viewable and recognizable. Some of your early stuff was just
right.
blotches
But-
and bubbles and
But that was a
all
good
kinds of stuff, like you were on LSD without the colors.
No, the camera was on LSD. I was just along for the ride, but yeah, no, that was an experiment in how well Tri-X film can do indoors without a camera light. And
How about making a step hole
he's
made
asking,
with the drill bit?
yeah, that was when I was talking about the holes and things like that. We covered
Oh. How many holes are there in the ceiling at Albert Hall?
I don't know.
I don't know why I even thought that up. It's just kind of a random.
So you didn't have
brain
the little
fart.
spotty bits on your film this time?
Well, it had some scratching and some normal stuff, but nothing. But then again, that
film is how old though? That's the thing. I'm not.
Well, this roll that I developed this past weekend was a fresh roll, and that's the Tri-X that can be developed with the beer.
Okay.
And I was going to try to shoot, and I tried to shoot. That's the disappointing thing. The cartridge that jammed and didn't shoot anything was another fresh new roll of Tri-X.
Oh, boo!
But Kodak's been having the problems that their newer cartridges are of pretty shoddy quality and they jam frequently. They're getting a reputation for that at this point. So they really.
Is anybody else making it?
No, and those things ain't cheap. So Kodak needs to get their fucking shit together.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be a problem. But speaking of problems. I've been having a problem for the past month or so, and
I heard they have a cream for that.
Well, maybe a cream would have helped if it had a nice floral scent to it or something. But a month or so ago, I was folding laundry, and I kind of noticed that the laundry didn't smell so fresh. And then the rest of the week, anytime I put on a shirt, as I'm putting the shirt over my head, it smells kind of, not fresh, like not clean laundry fresh. And I'm like, so my first thought was, okay, clearly I fucked up. And I thought probably what happened was I was being lazy while doing the laundry. Because, sometimes you don't get to the laundry right away when the cycle ends. And the clothes might sit damp in the washer for an hour or so before you get them in the dryer.
It doesn't make it that bad.
Or 2 hours. Or
no,
overnight.
it's fine. It still doesn't smell bad after that. You stick it in the dryer and put some extra fabric softener in there.
So, that was my first theory. But, so the next time I did laundry, I made sure to be on top of it, not let it sit wet in the washer overnight or for too long. Get it in the dryer right away. And the other thing is that the dryer needs 2 cycles to dry a large load completely. So sometimes it'll be sitting in the dryer still mildly damp overnight. So I make sure that I start that second cycle before I go to bed. And my clothes were still kind of stinky. And I'm like, okay, I've been using the same detergent for 20 years at least. Maybe it's time to switch detergents because the problem's brand new and the detergent was perfectly fine for 20 years. But, so because I use all clear, no dyes. So I'm like, maybe I need to kick it up a notch, get something that's got colors.
Pop a Tide Pod in
and,
there this time.
Yeah, get the Tide Pods. They make a good snack. They wash your clothes. Disclaimer, please don't eat the Tide Pods. I repeat, please don't eat the Tide Pods. Stick to the cotton candy in the attic. But don't eat the Tide Pods.
But they have fun. The sport one looks very tasty.
I hear there's a bundt cake under the toilet, but don't eat the Tide Pods.
Oh, a bundt cake under the toilet. Oh, no. There's a toilet cake, all right. Yum.
Sparky Toaster saying, but lick the Tide Pod first. No. I don't.
That will activate it.
Don't eat Tide.
Yeah.
Please.
That activates
Don't
it, yes.
eat Tide. It's sad that we've reached a point in our generations that Tide needs a disclaimer to not eat it at this point.
This is why we can't have nice things.
I'm surprised. You know what I'm surprised at? I'm surprised that Tide hasn't discontinued the product.
No. Well, what their way of fixing it, Brian, is what they do. They have child safety on the big containers now. You have to push 2 tabs in to turn it. Well, you can hack that. You just snip off the little tabs underneath it, so
Of course.
you don't need it. But
Of course.
it's well, yeah, 10 snips are your friend. But that's what they do to fix that. And I'm like, we can't have nice things. It's not easy to open the thing anymore. You gotta just pop it open.
That's right. If you're elderly, you're gonna say, "I can't open it." Or some
Well,
some women would say, "I can't open this. The hell with
Yeah.
it. I'm not gonna buy that."
Well,
You know,
maybe
fuck
they
you,
need.
Tide.
Oh, go ahead.
I
Go ahead,
use the
Gabe.
liquid stuff. No big deal.
So one of these great memes here is a great picture, old timey picture of. Now, Brian, is this you and your friends back when you were kids, jumping over a group of your friends on a bike? I think that's you on the bike, isn't it?
It looks like me, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't
I did
recall
that.
doing that.
But-
So the deniability is still there.
So
you know?
the caption to this picture is: "We may have done stupid stuff growing up, but
But we're
didn't
all still
eat,
alive. It's fine.
But we didn't eat Tide."
We didn't
That is
have
true.
Tide Pods. Instead, we had lawn darts with a sharp,
Oh,
pointy thing
yeah.
in it.
The ones you chuck as high as you can in the air and run.
Yeah, but those are meant to kill you.
And some
Tide Pods
are.
some dumbass people would get poked.
When people actually get hit
That's
with
the
those things,
original
because I used to
jab.
do that all the time, and I'm like, dude, run.
That's the original jab, right? I took
Oh.
the lawn darts jab,
Oh.
Yes.
right? It almost went through the bone.
We did that with our friends. We'd set up a ramp on our bike, and we'd sit there and jump over people.
Well, there was a Tide did have to respond to the Tide Pod thing, and so the CEO himself made a YouTube video all about
Really?
this. Yeah.
Hi, America.
Oh,
My name's
man.
David Taylor. I'm the CEO of the company that makes Tide and its corollary product, Tide Pods, which is what I want to talk to you about today. You gotta stop eating the Tide Pods, okay? Look, I get it. You guys are young, you're hip. You don't want an old guy telling you what to do. But Tide Pods are soap, and that's not food. So please, stop eating the Tide Pods.
Please stop eating.
And make
the
sure to
Tide
keep an
Pods.
eye out for Cascade
Oh,
Dish
yeah, how many-
Pops, the lollipop that cleans your dishes. That can we stop?
Wait,
Sorry.
what?
Are we calling it a lollipop? I'd love to see one if I could. Just if we can find one in.
That's
Our
a
company has
real.
been innovating new products since
I
it
use
was
those
founded,
too.
and we're proud to continue
this
that
real?
tradition with our Vicks
Yeah,
Vapo
they're
Rub
little
Extra
pods.
Blast
Spoof.
gum-flavored bonbons.
Oh. Gum.
Do these look just like mints, like diner mints? I'm looking at it, and man, that looks like a mint to me.
You want one so badly.
Am I crazy? What do you mean the same as Tide Pods? I also don't understand. Now that we're talking about it, what does gum flavored mean in this context? Bubble gum flavored? Gum tastes like anything. We're gonna get our fucking ass handed to us in court.
I think this is funny.
You're not
this is
pulling on
funny.
this, are you? Forget dryer sheets. With Gain brand dryer powder, you simply pour the powder into the mixer. You take your dryer stick right here, and
Oh,
is
the
cotton
dipper, the dippy thing.
am I the asshole? Like, how do you not get? Can we just cut? Can you cut the camera real quick? I'm trying to understand right now how this happened. I've been busting my ass on this fucking Tide Pods fiasco, and I turned my back for 3 seconds, and now our entire line of products is shaped like fucking candy. And I'm trying to understand how this happened. Why are you crying? With Tampax Push Sickles,
Why are you
you
crying?
can choose between chili cherry, frosty fruit punch, or ice cold cranberry. Okay, not only should none of these be flavored, because why would you flavor them? This is the coldest thing I've ever held. And, as in
This is
everything else
good.
today, people will try to eat these. Even if they're not poisonous, we don't want people eating fucking tampons. Why are they poisonous? You'll go cuckoo for cleanliness with our cocoa butter premium Pampers brand Chuck so the kids eat shit. Right?
Wow.
That's what this is. The kids, they eat shit. Chocolate, diaper, poop. Let's see here. Oh, there it is. It's chocolate, it's poop. Do we
Oh,
care? Does
God.
anyone care? Who knows? Who gives
This
a
is
fuck,
getting
right? We're not
funnier
gonna
and
do this
funnier.
product, so we'll be moving on. Jesus Christ. Okay. Try Crest brand dinner paste for the hungry consumer on the go.
Okay, that's
Throw
fine.
a
That's fine.
fluoride-filled meal bag in your gullet?
That's fine.
Oh, fuck.
What color is it? I
So
can't
we
see it.
do make food. So we do now make food. Meal bag. I'll kill you. It doesn't matter if we make the day because none of this is going to be usable. Do you understand? That's a hamburger.
It's a razor.
That's a razor. That's a Gillette razor. Bring me shaving cream right now. And if it doesn't shave my face, it's your ass. You get that, right? Here we go. Oh my God. That is a killer shave. That is like baby's bottom smooth. The other stuff I don't know about, but the hamburger is working for me.
That is hilarious. Okay.
So that's
burger
the Tide
shave.
Pods thing.
You know it'd be great. You know it'd be great if the Great Traveler Dune
Yeah.
would either get on to the stream or just pop in on a Hello Chicago,
Yeah.
because I do have this joke that I think we want his reaction to.
Okay. Well, I could send the invite link to Dune, and we'll see
Yeah.
if he
Okay.
pops in,
Gators.
because one of my cords kicked out for the Skype, so I'd have to stand up and kick it.
Oh,
Gators, I have a
okay.
question for you.
And he's there.
Gators.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
do you stink? I just wanted to know. I didn't hear.
Oh, well, so I only started that story, so we have a whole hour to get that out.
Oh, okay.
so-
Is that going to be enough time?
So I was going nuts, like buying better Tide Pods, better detergent. I start doing like the deep water wash, heavy duty wash, hot water, more fabric softener sheets, and still my clothes are stinky. And especially when they get wet. Like I put on like my polo shirt and my khakis that goes to the office my one day a week. And it was a little rainy a few weeks ago. And as the rain's hitting my shirt, it starts smelling like stinky washer smell again. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why do my clothes stink like the washer after I wash them? And now one thing I learned about this washer is that you have to buy these like cleaning tablets for the washing machine. The instructions tell you to use it once a
I've
to
never
clean it once a
used
month.
those. Are those hard to use? Are they any good?
No, they're easy. You just
You drop
You're-
it in, you set it to the right cycle, you hit the button, you walk away.
Okay.
yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, my wife does it once a month.
I've never done it before.
So I did that. You're supposed to do it once a month. I might do it once every few months. In fact, I need to buy a new
Whatever,
box because
yeah.
I was doing it once a week.
You know, it
at
also
this point.
depends on your water quality. If you have hard water, you probably have to do it more.
Yeah.
I have hard water, but I've never had problems with stinky washers.
Yeah.
So then I'm going out of my mind, like trying to figure out why my clothes stink, and I'm like, and the thing is that I never had this problem with the old washer, and the old washer was an old like 80s 90s vintage washer.
Mine's from '89.
And speaking of wash, we do have Dune in the house.
It's a
Yeah.
Dune.
Worse.
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 Yeah.
So how
Where's
is
that
Dune
guy
doing?
from?
I don't even know anymore.
You don't, you don't
Sorry,
know.
Dune.
So are you on location for work, or are
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Now, which coast?
North Carolina.
Oh, that's right. You already said that. at the top of the
NC.
show.
NC, yes,
So-
I got that.
So over.
Although
in
I did say something different. What did I call it? I can't even remember.
New
I can't
Canada?
remember shit
Oh.
anymore.
Anyways, so Dune.
Not not coming.
I take it that
Whatever.
the oil place doesn't have their shit together on the East Coast.
Poor
The
Dune.
the oil is dirty.
The oil's dirty.
I'm
Damn.
Dune.
Dirty oil.
Dirty.
Damn.
oil. So are you, like, is this a I'm gonna have to cancel my flight and extend my visit type of trip, or what's?
Oh, that's already happened, yeah.
Oh, I'm
Fork.
so sorry, Dune.
Fork,
Oh.
man. Fork.
I
Let's
so wanted to be wrong.
just say while you're in Florida, I will be in North Carolina. How about that?
So I'll wave as the plane goes over while I'm on
Yeah.
my way to the Magic Kingdom
Yes.
of Mouse.
And
You
ask
do
the
that.
pilot to dump the load, right?
Yeah.
Oh, poor dude.
It won't matter.
That's right.
hey,
It'll be probably make
is-
it cleaner, right?
Is there a return flight scheduled, or is that TBD?
No, there is. It's
Dude.
just
Dude.
some other time.
Dude,
Oh,
can you
bummer.
just throw a couple Tide Pods in the oil container and
Yeah.
clean it all up for you and then
Right.
go?
There you go.
So you ready for this little gag? My joke.
Well, I don't know.
As a
That'd be good.
traveler, you'll really enjoy this. Okay.
Okay.
So this past Wednesday, late, it was 11 o'clock at night or something.
11
I
o'clock?
arrive in Santa Maria, California, in the hotel. My bags are stacked up on the single king size bed. And I said, okay, I've got this itch. This is horrible. It's unending. I got to put something on it, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
You go into the bathroom to say, okay, so what product did they give you?
Well,
Oh,
nothing.
there's this body lotion. It may not
Yeah.
be perfect, but it'll work, right?
Okay.
Well,
Looking
It
at
puts
the
lotion
ingredients
on
and
the
whatever.
skin.
Yeah. Huh?
Body
What'd you
lotion.
say?
It puts the lotion on the skin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just body lotion.
Yeah.
But that should relieve an itch, right?
It
maybe.
might help. Can't hurt.
It's not perfect, right?
Right. Right.
So I drop my pants and apply the lotion.
la la
Right?
la la la.
Right?
I'm
La, la,
gonna
la,
drink
la,
some
la, la.
And I
coffee.
realize,
la,
and I
la.
realize,
La, la, la,
well,
la,
this isn't
la.
working as well as I hoped, right?
Okay.
And then on top of that, my balls smell like
La
coconut.
la 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 la
See,
la la la.
I was getting ready to say that those wooden hangers in hotel rooms make a really good thing to scratch your back until you said where you were placing
You
that.
know, okay,
And then-
okay. What
And I
one
will
thing?
never be scratching my back again with those wooden hangers. Thank
Get it?
you.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
first of all, Brian, you're
Yeah,
in.
that wouldn't
You're
work.
in Brian. You're in a bathroom. There's a shower. Turn on the shower and take a shower.
Well, I was going for immediate relief. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, they were like burning on fire kind of thing.
You can
Wow.
buy a
Like I said at the beginning of the show, there's a cream for that.
Yes. Just not the coconut body lotion.
my Conazole nitrate 2% antifungal cream. You can get a pack of 6 tubes of this stuff for $15. You could actually subscribe so that Amazon just keeps delivering more and more.
Subscribe and save.
I have
But
not-
if you're in a hotel, you find your situation. If you did have that, it would be buried someplace in some damn suitcase, and you go, I got to get relief right now. I'm going to check out what's in the bathroom that the hotel gave me.
Well, here you go, Brian. There's a link for you in the chat. You just go ahead, click on that. You put your order in. You'll be all set for the next time.
Forever,
So
yeah. Right,
there
right.
you go. There
And
you
pack
go.
it someplace where I can get at it, right?
Always, yeah. I mean, you get 6 tubes by ordering this once. You can throw a tube in each of your
Wow.
bags.
Just
So
stick it in your back pocket. Travel with you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You know, of course, at this point, I'm not really sure that it's an
don't-
issue with fungus.
don't leave home without it. You know, just
There we go. Like that beer.
yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Dune.
Spooky. Spooky.
Now, Sparky
never
Toaster,
Never scratching my back again. Never.
Sparky Toaster is not clicking the link because he doesn't want to get ball cream hats for the next 6 months.
Hey, Sparky, way to go.
Well, the sad
Way to
thing is,
go.
if his phone has heard you say ball cream ad, it's already over anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I have headphones in, so my Echo has not heard this.
So, anyways, speaking of clean balls,
What?
so the laundry kept on smelling and kind of being stanky, and I couldn't. It was driving me nuts, and so this last week, towards the end of the week, I go down in the basement while a load of laundry is in the washer, and I notice that the washer isn't making its normal agitation, spinning, water splashing sound. It's making more of a hum and a click and very little movement coming from inside the washing basin.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
so of course, what do? I go to lift the lid, and the washing machine immediately stops doing what it's supposed to do, and I'm like trying to close the lid and peek and open the lid, and I can't get the washer to run with the lid. So I'm like, okay, let's see, are there screws I could take off someplace to
Gators?
take the little?
Gators, I will tell you the answer to this. You probably figured it out, though, right?
I did figure this out
Okay,
eventually.
good. Because I can tell you exactly where it is, but
I
go ahead.
think I figured this out.
Right.
And actually, I had some help with this. So first I'm like, well, maybe if I take the tab off the top of the lid and then just put it in the slot, then it will think it's closed. But all the other screws in this washing machine are Phillips head, but the tab that goes into the thing takes like an Allen wrench of some sort, and I can't find my Allen wrench. So Sparky said, take a screwdriver, push on the lever. I couldn't get it at the right angle to really believe it was closed. So I actually got to a point where I took the lid off the hinges so I could put the front of the lid in it and peek behind from the back of the lid, flipping up. And that was, of course, later on I figured out that really all you need to do is reach your hand underneath the lip of the washing machine and press down on the thing, and with your finger. I figured this out after I fixed everything, though. So I'm all set for the next one. But anyways,
All right.
so sure enough, the agitator is not
Problem solver.
The
right?
agitator is not spinning independent of the tub. Now, mind you, what this washing machine has, and it's a top loader, and I usually leave the lid up to let it air out. Thank you, Sparky. But maybe
Are
a
you
front
supposed to
loader
leave
would
the
be
lid
better.
up on those things?
I don't know. Maybe things could drop in with it open. But then again, I want it to breathe and not be moist, you know? So I leave the lid up when I'm not washing. Anyways, so the point is that it actually has, I believe it's called a washboard, because an agitator is like the stick that sticks up in the middle, whereas these modern washers now, they don't have the stick that sticks up in the middle. It's just kind of a board with bumps on it or ridges on it
That's
to
so you
kind
can
of
put more crap in it.
tumble the clothes around.
Yeah.
And I guess that's supposed to be easier on the clothes.
And
but,
you put more crap in there.
So the whole bin spins perfectly fine, and the board is stationary, locked in place, but it never spins independently of the tub. And I'm like, well, that's not right. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to spin independent of the tub during the agitation cycles. So
One would think.
One would think. So I'm like, all right. Well, anytime I call a repair guy out here, they either don't fix something and charge me money, or jack up the price, and I figure out how to do it myself. So why don't I just figure out how to do this one myself to start with? So I found that there are about 25 YouTube videos that explain how to change that washboard part if the washboard part has stripped away and is now spinning independent of everything, because like the
cool.
bolt that. But that's not the problem I have. But that's the only problem I can find videos on how to fix relating to the agitator.
Right. But you love uniqueness.
So
you have a unique problem.
So yeah, I have a unique. Well, I don't know how unique it is actually, but it's just that it's a
Well,
problem.
if nobody on YouTube has it, then
it's
you've
a
got
problem,
something totally unique.
It's a problem that has similar search terms to a more common problem, and that's a problem that people don't like to talk about. Is that if you have two problems with the same search terms and one's more common, then the person that's got the other problem is shit out of luck, because YouTube's going to give you 25 videos about the wrong thing.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So I need to edit out this story and edit out like everything that Brian says in between, and then post that for people that have my problem.
But Gators, how
Right.
make the show about 25 minutes?
Well, that'll just be for the people that just need to know how to fix this
Oh
washing
yeah.
problem. I'll probably make a new
And
video.
hey, who wants to know about coconut
So-
body lotion?
No, I don't want to know that. I'm sorry, I had my headphones
It
on.
puts the lotion on the balls. Oh,
Bleh.
Dune's done with this. Dune's
Yeah,
just
yeah, he's
like,
gone.
He
no.
took the dive.
He
Took
left.
the dive.
Dune's out. I'm at it. I'm done.
Dune
Thank you,
has left the
dude.
building.
You have done what we cannot do.
So anyways, I decide, all right, I do not want to be wearing stinky clothes in Disney World. And now that I know that the washing machine has this problem, I can't keep doing this because that's what's going on. I'm putting clothes in the washer.
Yeah, but you're going to be in Florida. You're going to smell like a stinky sock.
Right. So I want to get this solved fast because I'm basically putting clothes in the washing machine. The washing machine.
I'm saying you're going to smell like a stinky sock.
I don't
because
care.
you're in Florida.
Well, yeah, but at least I could start.
You're going to start in the right direction.
I could start in the right direction.
I used to feel sorry for all the people on the airplane that have to smell dishwasher.
It's nice to not have to put on stinky clothes after you take a nice shower after being covered in sweat. So,
well, why don't you switch to was it Gain that promotes that your clothes smell nice and fresh?
The problem
for
is,
days.
It don't matter what detergent I'm using when the washing machine is just
I know.
throwing water in there, letting it soak a bit in sudsy water, and then draining it out. And then that's it.
Yeah.
So
yes.
So I'm like, okay, I've done all I can here. Let's call the repair guy in. So I look for a kind of a local independent appliance repair guy to see that has good reviews. And so I find one on Google Maps, and he's got a form to fill out to request a quote. So I fill out the form. I explain all the troubleshooting I've already done up to this point because, I've done a lot of observing and looking at things.
And he had a lot of text space so you can fill that in.
Right. And so he called me back. And he didn't call me back. I was expecting a guy that's looking to charge me money to be like, okay, let me look at my schedule and see when I can get out there. But no, that's not what the guy goes, okay, so it's spinning like this, but is it spinning? I'm like, no, it's not doing that. I've checked that problem. I know about that, but that's not. And he goes, okay, I think you're going to need to look underneath the washing machine because there's the part slips out every now and then. So you're going to want to, tip the washing machine over, look underneath it. There's a cover plate. You just 2 screws, take that out. And you just got to look for like a linkage and see if they're linked or not because it might have slipped out. So give that a try. And if you still can't fix it, give me a call back.
Oh, that's cool. That's actually really cool that he said that, though.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
What he did, you know what he just did?
What?
He saved himself a trip for a small amount of money, and he's got a permanent customer for life. You're going to always call this guy.
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyways, I tipped the washing machine over. I find
all
cover.
The water spilled out all over the floor.
Yeah, it's the basement. I don't care. And
yes,
I
except for the mold problem that will come.
It's the basement. I don't care. It'll dry. It'll find dirt.
A friend of mine's dad died after working in the basement.
Oh.
He died of poisoning from black mold.
Okay.
I believe.
Oh. That's Well, if I'm here in 2 weeks,
I would care. Yeah.
Anyways, I don't got.
Well, the black mold may not show up for months, and suddenly it creeps in and kills you.
The basement sometimes has a damp floor, but it dries. There's enough air coming through the basement, things dry.
Good.
It mostly stays dry. Anyways, so take off the cover, and I don't know what this linkage is or where I'm looking for it. I mean, I see the motor's there, the belt's there, belt's wrapped around underneath the tub there. Clearly that's all working because the spin cycle works, the tub spins fine. I'm not having a spin cycle issue. So I'm not finding this linkage or I'm not seeing anything. So I call a guy back. I'm like, hey, I got the thing tipped over. I'm looking. I don't know really what I'm looking at here. If you want to come out here and schedule something for next week, that's cool. Or if you want to give me a call back, try to troubleshoot more, that's cool too. Because I don't want to be like, hey, could you call me back and give me more free advice? So I still want to leave the door open for him to decide to use this to be profitable for the business he's running. So he calls me back at like 8 in the evening, and he clearly not working hours. And he's like, well, you're almost there. You see that little thing all right, so you got the belt and it goes under there, and then you see there's like this other little compartments over to the right there. I'm like, yeah, I see that. He goes, yeah, so there's a thing hanging, and then I see there's a thing hanging off with a hole. There's another thing hanging off with a peg. And clearly the peg's supposed to be in the hole linking the two, and they're not. And so I slid that in there. Washing machine's good as new. And he did it for free. Right.
Wow.
And I'm like, dude, I feel like I just ripped you off. Well, also on the first call, I said, "Hey, well, I got you on the phone. Do you work on fridges too?" And he's like,
That's where you get him. He's like, yeah, you need a new fridge.
well, no. Here's what happened. I said, "Well, look, I got a fridge. It's a modern Whirlpool fridge.
That guy's cool.
The repair guy changed the thermistor out. It still has the same problem. I changed the control board out because I couldn't find a control board. I found the control board. I changed it out. It still has the same problem. It's too cold. It's freezing food. So what's your thoughts on that? New thermistor, new control board, still freezing food. Do you any ideas where you go next with that?" And he said, "Well, my guess would be that the new thermistor is bad.
Oh.
Makes sense.
So I need to try buying another." He goes, "Maybe they bought the wrong thermistor for that fridge, or maybe the part's a defective part." So now Sparky is suggesting that I should send this guy a fruitcake.
Why would you do that? But Sparky, even the Sim people don't like the fruit cakes.
Oh, there's a cheat for that.
Oh.
All right.
I make all my Sims like fruitcake.
Right.
Now,
Or how about a box of Cheerios?
Just not the maple ones. Give him the frosted
Right.
ones.
or maybe I can.
Are you qualified? Are you watching your sugar? Because they could give you a real sugary one. But if you're watching your sugar, I'll give you a lower sugar one. Maybe the regular old Cheerios, and you can determine how much sugar you need to add yourself.
There you go. Or maybe I can make around come Easter time. I make these like Cheerios nests, and I can send them a batch of those. It's a great old family recipe. You get a bag of caramels and you unwrap them. You put them in a pot. Add a few tablespoons of water, and you melt the caramels over the stove. And then you add in some peanut butter and melt that in with the caramels. So now you got this melted caramel peanut butter mixture. And you throw in a bunch of Cheerios, and you stir and toss that to coat all the Cheerios with the melted caramel peanut butter. And then you drop spoonfuls of the Cheerios caramel peanut butter mess onto wax paper, and then you take peanut M&Ms and you press one in the center of each of these spoonfuls that you drop, so it's like a nest with a egg in the middle of it, and that's a great Christmas treat there. So
Wow.
I would just throw an animal. I was just throwing apples inside the caramel, but that's just me.
Yeah, well, no, it's an Easter treat because springtime and nests and eggs and hatching and all that. I don't know. So,
Well, and you could
that's a
easily
good
convert
idea.
that to a Christmas thing, right?
I guess you could, but
A
good
nest with
idea.
2 turtle doves.
Do you put the peanut M&Ms in the middle? Because those are bigger eggs.
right, I do put the peanut M&Ms in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually, Gator, sometimes at Easter they sell the M&Ms that look like big eggs.
Yeah.
You should use those too. That would be
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
Very
And how do we bring in pumpkin spice flavoring to this?
Do not do that. If you do, that, I will take away your coconut stuff.
You know,
Body lotion.
Last week.
No, actually, that dropped in the trash can before I left.
Last
Whoa.
weekend. Last week I was down the shore, and we were talking about pumpkin spice season being upon us, and I mentioned that I had fun doing that bit a few years ago where I was, taking pictures of all the different pumpkin spice things out there, like the pumpkin spice mayonnaise and the pumpkin spice batteries, and
That's just disgusting.
Did you like the pumpkin spice butter you can get? I tweeted that to you a couple weeks ago.
I think that could work. And so my dad
Yeah.
made a joke, what about like a pumpkin spice shovel? And I'm like, well, I think the joke that really wins was someone else posted a picture of pumpkin spice tampons. And my stepmother was not impressed with that joke. She said, that's disgusting. So, I got a...
Well, did you like the? Did I
Yeah.
send you the pumpkin spice base strings?
well, what? They leave your fingers smelling fresh and spicy, right?
I guess.
That's
Now,
not a bad
Brian, when
idea.
you were at Rite
I
Aid, did you
guess.
go down the pumpkin spice aisle?
You know what? There was like 2 aisles that were completely blank, and it looked like it was the Halloween aisle.
Yeah.
But it was like almost vacant.
Yeah.
Like either they did not get the Halloween stuff that they wanted to fill the aisle, or
That's
Halloween
easy.
is over for them and they're working on
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
usually don't they start
who
doing the
knows?
Halloween stuff
It's
like at the
blank.
beginning of September now?
Yeah, it's already done.
Wow.
We
just
haven't
thought about
even
candy.
had Halloween yet.
Right.
Well, apparently there is a game that they have on the internet where you have to tell which pumpkin spice product is real and which one is fake. So why don't we go through and see how well we can do at this quiz?
Okay.
All right. Are they going to include the bass string in the quiz?
I don't know. This is the first time I'm doing this quiz, so
Okay, let's do it.
This is going to be a
Share
test.
your screen.
This is going to be a test for me as well. So let me go ahead and position my windows, and we'll do a share the screen. And the first one here is Pumpkin Spice Sour Patch Kids. Real or fake?
I'm hoping that's fake. I really am.
Fake.
Fake.
I
No,
hope.
I already clicked ahead in the first one and saw that it is fake.
Thank goodness. Can you imagine sour
Whey.
pumpkin? That just doesn't sound right.
Now we got the limited edition Philadelphia cream cheese pumpkin spice.
Oh, that's real.
Totally
That's
real.
real.
Totally real.
That
real.
looks real. I think
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's
Put
real.
that on your bagel,
Yeah.
right? Your
Yeah.
pumpkin spice bagel.
Pumpkin spice wine.
That's
California
Oh
Fruit
yeah,
Wine Company.
that will be in the same category as vomit flavor.
Nope, that's real.
I
Yeah.
think it's real.
Sparky
I can
says
see that
real.
being Okay. It's real.
It's
Yeah.
real. Yep.
Now, what about the pumpkin spice Kool-Aid?
Oh, totally real. Totally real. I mean, what goes better
Fake.
with
Sparky
sugar?
says fake. I agree with
With
him.
sugar water than pumpkin spice.
I think it's a good idea, but I don't think it's real. I think it's fake. It's fake.
It's
Yay!
fake.
We're
Yay!
we're gonna have to make that now.
Ew.
Pumpkin spice LaCroix, sparkling water.
Oh, that's real.
Oh yeah, that's totally real.
Now
It's
I'm
real.
not seeing LaCroix, but I have seen pumpkin spice.
LaCroix's the fancy
seltzer.
one.
Yeah, I've seen the generic come in pumpkin spice flavor.
You know what I hate? You go to the gas station
Oh.
convenience store. Oh, it's fake.
It's fake.
And you go down the
fake?
aisle. You say, "I just want to get a Coke,"
Oh.
right?
right.
But you've got all of these energy drinks and blah 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 blah. So many brands. It's like, how does any of them make money?
I don't know.
I don't
everybody
buy
just
that
buys
shit
Monster
though.
now.
So
Yeah.
they're not making it from me.
Everybody
Well-
just buys Monster or G Fuel now.
Oh, it's good to have choices. Anyways, they do.
Yeah,
make
it's good
pumpkin
to have choices, but choices you have to make money at it. So
They
how
do
could you
make
possibly have that many?
they do make pumpkin spice sparkling water, but the LaCroix is fake. Now, pumpkin spice Pepperidge Farm Milano cookies.
Absolutely.
That is real, actually, because I looked
Um,
that up the other day.
Pretty
I looked
sure
at the
that's
Milano cookies. That's real.
real.
Absolutely.
Now, what about the
Oh,
pumpkin
undecided.
spice, pumpkin spice Slim Jims?
Okay,
Slim
Slim
Jims.
Jims normal. I'll get them once in a while, and I realize why did I get that? Because they are
I-
fucking disgusting.
I think that's fake.
So that
I'm
would
hoping.
be double disgusting.
Hmm.
Fake.
Wait,
It
wait,
is
what's
fake.
that? I want to ask a question of the Slim Jim. What's that string that's supposedly in the middle sometimes?
I don't know.
The string.
Okay.
That's the
No.
string that opens the package, right?
No, the one inside
I
the
don't-
meat.
Pumpkin spice buttery spread
I don't
from
know.
Country Crock.
That's real.
That's real.
That looks real. Yep.
Oh, he said.
Yeah. The one that I
Let's open
sent a
it.
picture of, I think was Land O'Lakes or whatever.
All right. Pumpkin spiced hummus.
Oh God, I hope not. That's
I-
gross. Give me garlic, but not pumpkin spice.
I'm thinking that's
The,
real.
the hummus is
Oh
gross.
no, fake.
What do you think, Brian?
I'm going with fake.
You going fake? I'm going
Yeah,
real.
Sparky says fake.
It's real. I got it
Oh,
Right.
yeah, gross. That's gross.
Pumpkin spice Lay's potato chips.
Oh, that's real. A D.
Brian?
D.
I think
Sparky
that
gives that a
is
D.
real. I did
Oh.
see something in the
I s-
chip aisle at one of the
I-
convenience stores.
I'd
that,
say that's Yeah.
I don't recall that it was Lay's, but I think there was a pumpkin
I-
spice something or other.
I think
Bugles
it's
or
fake.
some shit.
I'm gonna say it's fake.
It's real.
Fake.
Oh, it's fake.
Oh, I was wrong.
Mars, we're both losers.
What about the pumpkin spice salad? This is some kind of a bistro salad kit.
That
I
could be
guess.
real. That's anywhere you
Forget
can buy
about it.
I'm
that.
trying to
We're-
zoom in on
Oops.
it, and it messed up.
Oops.
Oh no.
Okay, it won't let me zoom. It won't let me zoom the page. But all right, so pumpkin spice salad mix.
Real
Fake.
probably.
Fake.
I'm going fake.
Real.
It's real.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot!
Probably
Here's your
real.
proof.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the proof? Oh, this is some of the real stuff here. Okay, well, this might give away other things, so let's close that. Pumpkin spiced ramen.
Oh, that's real.
I don't
It's
know.
real.
I'm
It
not-
is.
I'm not a ramen person, really. To
Oh,
me, it's
I'm-
like
I'm gonna.
I've met people that says, yeah, when I was in college, I lived in that stuff.
I did live in that
Oh
stuff.
crap!
I'm
Yeah.
saying fake.
I said real.
Oh, there's a meme going around.
Fake.
Is it fake?
Basically stating,
You can make that yourself though.
You
yeah,
can.
you could
Yeah.
make it.
Because I used to put tons of stuff in ramen. I had no dollar.
So there's a meme going around that bologna is actually a
Yeah.
pancake.
Bologna is
It's
a
not
pancake.
a pancake. What is your problem?
I
Pancakes are light and fluffy and
pancakes are not sliced off of a loaf though,
yeah.
and lots
Yeah.
of
I
things
know,
are.
I know.
So
Yeah.
if
Well, I
bologna's
mean, you get-
a pancake, then bread's
You get
a
bologna
pancake.
pre-sliced in the
And then
packages,
salami's
right?
a pancake, and then cheese is a pancake. So no,
Naturally,
it doesn't work.
Naturally,
It doesn't
of
work.
course. Yeah, it's a silly idea.
It is a silly idea. Now a hot dog is a silly
And we got an ad for Disney Plus and Stream on Windows 11.
Yeah. It's $1.99 today's the last day you
Wow.
do that for 1 month.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we got the Wrigley's extra sugar-free gum, pumpkin spice flavored.
That's
Did they-
totally possible.
Do they change?
If,
I want
if
to say
it's-
fake because that
if
sounds
it's-
disgusting.
If it's fake, it's a dumb fake because it's totally plausible.
But
the
did they
best-
ever update those things?
It's real.
Real.
Gross.
I was leaning toward real.
Now, what about
Spam, spam.
pumpkin
Of course,
spice
that would be
spam.
real.
Oh, I want that to be fake, please. Can I
I-
put in my fake?
I think
yeah.
that's real.
Real.
I think it's real.
Uh,
Oh,
Nope,
it's,
it's fake.
fake.
Yay! I got one right.
Pumpkin spice Jello pudding.
Oh, that.
Please be real.
that's-
Please
that's
be
gonna
fake.
be. That's gonna
Please
be real.
be fake.
It's gonna be real.
I want that to be real. I'd try that.
Please
Real.
be fake. You could make it yourself.
It's
oh,
real.
it's real.
Oh
Yep,
my god,
it's
I gotta
real.
go look for that now.
Well, I'm a loser.
Yeah. It probably looks like tubby custard.
that-
Just try Amazon. There you go.
yeah. Well, I'll check at the grocery store this week. But anyways, there you go. That was our
Well, you got to hurry up because that shit's just gonna go away.
pumpkin spice quiz. So, yeah,
Now that was a fun game.
that was. We should have more games. Now, what about pumpkin spice ball cream?
Oh,
Body cream.
that's
no.
probably gonna make it itch even more.
Coconut
just
was
saying.
bad enough. Coconut was bad enough.
You put the balls in the coconut.
Yeah, right.
Rub it
You know
all
what?
up.
I'm
You
just
put the
saying,
balls
take
in
a
the
shower.
coconut.
That's you know, just take a shower. Use some soap down there. It'll help.
Herbie Hancock was talking about a collaboration with pop stars, one of which was, and that's how the Sly Stone came up, but one of which was Paul Simon.
Oh,
And they talked about what they were going to do at first, and it was kind of like Herbie Hancock didn't want to do regular jazz. You know, didn't want to do regular jazz, didn't want to do regular jazz. And so it started off with there were some different rhythms that I think Paul Simon came up with. Well, we could incorporate this. It was like 3 or 4 different percussionists, and it was just amazing stuff. And then it was Paul Simon that suggested these musical ideas for Herbie to play that were actually jazz. So while Herbie wasn't going into the jazz, Paul Simon made it jazz. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, let's see, fabulous musician, Herbie Hancock, fabulous musician, Paul Simon. Of course he could do that.
Yeah. Anyways, one of the things that started this whole musical theme was when Brian jumped in the room, I was scouring the YouTubes, and I found a YouTube video that would give songs you can use to identify intervals. And the reason I clicked on this wasn't because I wanted to know what songs are good for intervals, but because I already know what songs are good for intervals and wanted to see if this guy had the same ones that I had in mind. So I'm gonna go skip ahead a little bit on this because thirds, fifths, that's easy stuff. Although I'm curious what he's gonna say for the tritone. So let's check out how he tells us to recognize the tritone.
The next interval is the tritone, sometimes referred to as the augmented fourth or the diminished fifth, all depending on context. And this interval is often considered to either be the most or one of the most dissonant intervals in Western music. It's got a real foreboding sound to it, that's C and F sharp.
Cool.
And it's often associated with the devil. There's this
it is the devil.
Quite extensively disproven myth, thanks to Adam Neely, that this tritone was banned.
Hey,
by the Catholic
Adam
Church
Neely.
because it was
That's the guy we were
associated
talking
with
about
the devil.
too.
Now that's not true, but you can definitely hear why that connotation would have existed.
What is this guy's
why
name?
that myth
David Bennett.
came to be, because it has got that very unusual dark sound.
So is he going to give us an example? Or
So let's talk about a couple of examples. What about this?
Oh, that is a good example.
So, YYZ by Rush is a great example of a tritone. That whole intro section is just...
I'm sorry, what was the guy's
vamping
name
on
again?
that tritone.
David Bennett.
David Bennett.
David.
And another example, in quite a different style.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there you go.
So
Wow.
that tag from The Simpsons.
I never needed a cheat for the tritone, but that is a damn good one. Of course, perfect fifth would be Star Wars. Bomb.
Gators, you know what else is which is a satanic tritone?
What?
The sound that Macs make when you turn them on.
Yeah, that would be. So minor sixth, I'm going to see if he says the entertainer. Because I always use the entertainer for a minor sixth.
The next one is minor sixth. So the minor sixth, a bit like the perfect fourth, can very much sound different depending on the context that you hear it in. If you were in the minor key, for example, so we're in C minor, and they go up a minor sixth, it sounds like it wants to resolve. It has a tension to it. It sounds like it wants to resolve down. But that's just the
To the
context
fifth.
doing that. The interval, the minor sixth, on its own, in isolation, it's quite a pure sound. It sounds resolved. So in different contexts, it can have a different quality to it. It's not one of those intervals that sounds dissonant or consonant. It's sort of in the middle. So a great song that you can use for the minor sixth, and the reason that I'm on this slightly cheesy saxophone sound, the first two notes of the Baker Street sax line are a minor sixth. And another song, quite different song,
Entertainer.
that you can use as a reference point for the minor sixth, is actually The Entertainer.
Oh no! Gators is right!
Yes!
The main melody from Scott Joplin's The Entertainer features this, and that is a minor sixth. And as you can hear in this context, that sounds really resolved because it's the third and root note of the tonic chord. Can't really get more resolved than that.
Inverted major third.
It is that minor sixth again. So the next interval is the major sixth, and very much like the minor sixth, this interval doesn't particularly sound
NBC.
dissonant or consonant. It all kind of comes down to the context. So if I go between C and A,
C,
that's a major sixth, and on its own,
NBC.
at least in this context to me, it sounds like it wants to go down onto the
No,
fifth
it's
degree
wrong
scale.
note.
No.
It's jazz. Just
And
play that
this
twice.
is actually the context in which it's used in the song that I'm going to give you, which is the Christmas song, The Holly and the Ivy. So the gap between the first two pitches, that, the holly and the ivy,
I guess
is
you
a
could
major
use
sixth.
that. Well, he's British, so he's not going to mention NBC.
So
Why
next on the
not?
list
Right.
is the minor
Right.
seventh.
Minor
Well,
7.
BBC would work, right?
Now, let's see if he has my example for this one, because this one might be a little more obscure. My example for the minor 7th is, have you driven a Ford lately?
No, I haven't.
Have you driven a Ford? La la. Have you driven a
Lately.
Ford lately?
I have not
That's-
driven a Ford lately.
So you don't know the minor. So, but I don't know if he's going to come up with that.
And the minor
But,
seventh, I've got two quite different examples for.
But they have
So
Ford
the
in
minor
the
seventh,
UK.
for example, is the gap between E and D.
Have you
above
driven
it.
a Ford?
And in this context, I think it sounds kind of like it wants to resolve somewhere. And that's how it works in the melody which I'm going to show you, which is Leonard Bernstein's Somewhere from West Side Story. That first two notes in that melody.
I didn't realize Bernstein was
a
ripping
minor
off
seventh.
commercial jingles for his music.
Or do they rip him off?
But that's not the song which I grew
And if
up
you watch the movie, you go,
associating
there
a minor
was
seventh
no
with.
place for them.
The song that I grew up listening to a minor seventh for is, which is why I run this stupid slap bass sound.
Is
So in that
Seinfeld?
bass line, in Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Oh,
the first two notes in the bass line, E, D, are a minor seventh. And then you can hear it resolve to the octave.
He did not bring up the
So
Ford.
last interval before we
No Fords. What about that? I don't know. I think having
He
driven
didn't
a
want to
Ford-
promote a crappy product.
Hey. My Fords work perfectly
Fighting
fine.
words.
Roar. Now, I don't know if he's going to come up with the right example for the major 7th, but
Did I tell you I got brand new tires
Oh,
on my Xterra?
oh,
Ass kicking tires, which was good because driving home from Santa Maria yesterday, it rained most of the way,
well, that's good.
and it just gripped. Awesome tires, but then again, they were Michelin.
So
Michelin ass kicking defenders.
So I there's a song by a group called Blue Mink called Randy that uses a major 7th. Randy, da 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 da. That's the major 7th. That's the only song I could think of that has.
Or
a major
if you're
7th.
playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, but you sing it flat,
Oh,
major seventh, particularly in isolation,
right?
quite dissonant sound.
Well, because that's a octave.
Hey, that's right. You say it, you sing it flat, and you get a 7th.
Yeah.
Once you get them into context, it doesn't always sound as dissonant as it might in isolation.
Randy.
So here I'm playing A going up to G sharp
Of course, you can
So
play
we
that game all
almost-
over the place.
at the octave. And that's one of the things to listen out for with a major 7th. Does it sound like it almost is an octave? Does it sound like it wants to resolve onto the octave?
I forget.
And that's actually what happens.
What is the
in
interval
example
for
that I'm going
the
to give
Jaws
you,
theme,
which
the
is,
primary?
That
interval?
that's a minor 2nd, and
So
that
the
is
main
exactly what he
chorus,
uses for
the
that.
chorus melody
Because we skipped a lot of
begins
these.
Right. I kind of guessed that he would have. Because Jaws is not a theme. It's not an advertising.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one.
It's funny because when basically I was sitting in a classroom learning these intervals, and what I use for them is just what I heard in my head that day, and I never considered that Take on Me was a major 7th, but yet an obscure minor hit on a K-Tel compilation is my example of a major 7th. Which let's see if I can bring that up here.
So
get to reframe.
so the
well,
theme.
Here, well, let's.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, the verse still goes a little more. All right. So here's the major seventh in the refrain. So that's what I've always used to hear the major seventh. But you were saying, Brian?
Okay, so you take the theme song for Nestle.
Okay.
Nestles. What would that be? Because that's actually kind of not chromatic, but it's a major run up.
I don't know that jingle.
Nestles makes the battery best chocolate or something or other.
Oh, well, let's pull it up.
And it comes down. It comes down after off the top run. I think it goes up to the 6th, and then it backs off.
Well, this is a 1950s commercial.
I never heard of it. How do you spell it?
Vassar. I don't.
Okay, let's try this one.
That didn't sound like Nestle.
Nestle's quick, and it's gotta be something from Nestle's.
That's a scale 1. Da, 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 da.
But it's a major, right?
Yeah, it's a major scale. Yeah.
But it doesn't go to the whole octave. It only goes. It goes up 7.
But the backup vocals did resolve up to the tonic, though.
Yeah.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Alpine White's the very best.
No, Alpine White is no. That's actually not that good.
Wait. Well, there's a lot of complicated parts there and some polyphony on that. So
Sparky, you never owned a Ford. Cool.
He prefers Asian brands.
Another off Toyota.
Yeah, actually, I do too. So I have a Nissan. My wife has a Toyota. We had a Mitsubishi at one time, but my dad was angry because the Mitsubishi made the Japanese Zero for World War II.
Uh-huh.
I think he was traumatized by Pearl Harbor.
Uh-huh.
Another guy, a Chinese guy I knew, would not buy a Japanese car. Oh, because it was Chinese and the Japanese raped China during World War II. So he would buy, I'll buy a German car. He bought BMW. He had a baby Beamer. No big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, I've been.
I have actually owned one Ford. I had a Ford Taurus. Before they would the ugly 1995 styling change. But it was a very plain looking car.
Yeah, they could be. But anyways, I mean, my Fords have been giving me good luck. But anyways.
And how many miles on the two cars? You have two cars still, right?
2 cars. Well, the one that I had in California is still going, although it's mostly parked. And I got a nasty gram from Massachusetts for not getting the for not. Well, I didn't get it inspected this year because I'm not driving it, and so Massachusetts keeps enough records to notice, like, hey, this car is registered, and we haven't gotten notification that you've gotten it inspected. So, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, you can get in trouble for that. And so
can you get a non-operational renewal?
Well, I don't want to.
California does.
I don't want to go through paperwork or whatever, blah blah, to change it to one thing and then change it to the other. I just want to get and inspect it when I put it on the road again.
Yeah.
So.
Well, how do you keep the battery alive?
I don't. But.
Okay, so next time you turn it on,
I buy new ones.
Battery.
I charge them.
Right.
Now, the my daily driver is still on its original battery. So. Actually,
how many years old is that battery?
Actually, that battery, I do think I bought a new battery for that one relatively shortly after getting the car. So that battery's probably about 5 years old.
Okay. So in my Xterra, my Nissan. In fact, he suggested when I got the tires that I would change out the battery, and I said, "Nah, it's still pretty good." And the car is now 7 years old, or nearly.
Yeah.
It's like a month away. It'll be 7 years. So that's a pretty frickin' good battery.
Yeah. Now Sparky's asking where my non-inspected car is parked. Yeah, it's parked on my property in my driveway.
Well, they're not actually looking at the vehicle. They're looking at the computer is looking at your
Right.
Registration tags and the service stations are now apparently reporting to the government, right?
And if they didn't get a report that I had my inspection done, and their computer knows that it was due, so it just automatically sends a little nasty
So
grid.
here's an interesting question. I just renewed the plate on my Xterra in California, and so the car is now 7 years old. It has never been smogged. I thought we had a smog law in California. Now, the flip side, though, is on the registration, one of the extra candy-ass themes is, it's typical California, they'll charge a fee for it that goes nowhere, such as recycling. The recycling fees and deposit stuff is just a fucking tax. It's impossible to get it refunded by going and get it refunded. Nobody takes it. And a lot of the recycling centers have closed, depending on where you are. So, again, that is just a fucking tax. You're not going to get any money back, so you might as well just throw the thing on the street, right?
What are we talking about? Car batteries?
No. Well, car batteries could include.
You just bring it.
So anyway, so on my registration, I got a $25 smog fee. It doesn't require me to do anything. You're just paying the fucking tax because it's just another fucking tax. It's California logic for you. We're going to solve global warming by not requiring anything.
Anyways, Sparky Toaster writing in, if it's on your property, what's the problem? And my thing is that they probably send these notices out to catch people that forget and that are driving the cars without getting inspected. And so
what if you reply to them and just... What if you just reply and says, "Yeah, but this car is not in operation."
Right. Well, their thing is that if it's not operational, you should register it as not operation. But I don't want to do that.
Which actually, that fee is a lot cheaper.
Right, but I've already paid the fee because it renews every 2 years, so I'm already.
Every 2 years. That's good. So what do you say? Well, I'm going to be non-operational, but then what do I do when I bring it operational again?
I'll probably just get it inspected later this year. I've just not done it now because there's no need to do it the month it's due. If I'm
Did they give you a time frame before you have to pay a fine?
They didn't even outline that there would be a fine. Just I think the fine is basically if you're caught driving it uninspected. Of course, I have to drive it to the inspection station down the street, past the police station. So that.
Here's a better one. So how old are your cars?
2003, 2008.
So they're both over 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Singapore, when your car hits 10 years old, you don't get a new plate for it.
You just keep driving it on the old plate.
No. You have to eliminate the car. Which probably means people will just keep using the car and take the chance.
Right. That's what I said.
Yes.
Now Sparky's saying, I believe you driving to the inspection station is okay. And well, the thing is, though, is that I guess they would follow me to the inspection station because anyone could use that line if that's okay. But I'm not worried about it. I'm really not worried about it. I'll probably be like, I'm on the way. It's right down the street. Hey, would you like to come follow me? And usually those fines are the type of things that show us proof that you took care of this, and then there's no ticket. Or they could follow me. But yeah, I'll that's an after vacation thing to think about. Right now, I'm thinking about tidying up the house so it looks nice for the cat sitter.
And how much is the fine?
I don't know. I don't care enough to look it up.
So apparently the city of Santa Rosa decided that it would be cheaper to pay the fine rather than build a sewage treatment plant. So they would continue to dump shit into the bay.
Oh.
Well, there are times for fines.
Now this is 30 years ago probably, so
right.
It's old news, but it's fun, you know. It's fun to think.
That's an easy problem to fix. You increase the fine.
Well, yeah, of course.
When the fine is not an effective deterrent, you have to make it a deterrent.
Yes.
So.
And then we'll have ranked voting, and people that just get pissed off by that increased fine will vote for somebody that will say, "Well, I'm just going to repeal that stupid fine altogether."
I mean,
you know, this is government intrusion.
If it's government intrusion to not let us dump our shit in the ocean.
Well, but that was a city that was fine, not
right.
You know, and the city of Santa Rosa only has so many voters. This would be a state level thing, so you'd have to have, let's just say, a shitload of voters to vote out the guys that put that in.
Anyways,
you got the joke. Arr!
Arr, there'll be lots of poop on that poop deck.
Yes, that's right, the poop deck.
The poop deck. Why are they called a poop deck if they don't want me to poop there?
I want you to swab the poop deck.
Is that where you hang your ass over the end to drop into the ocean?
I just figured they had little holes somewhere on the boat that would go on. I don't know.
I think that was I think
that
was a Family Guy
You know what?
joke.
You know, it would be fun to go see an old, restored, tall ship. In fact, I found out that a friend of mine from high school, is on the board of director on this ship at Mystic Seaport.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's a nonprofit that operates the ship. So, isn't that nice? Anyway, it'd be fun to ask him, by the way, where does the sailors and passengers poop on that thing? That would be a fun thing.
Well, here's something about that.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to bar you from the aft section of the ship for the rest of the cruise.
We are so sorry. Peter, what the hell did you think you were doing?
Lois, it is called the poop deck. That is why I pooped there.
You're disgusting.
And you're misleading.
And you're misleading.
Yes.
It is called
I would come up with a
poop
different
deck.
name. Yes.
You know,
for everybody else, it's called the poop deck, but for you, it's the idiot desk.
Speaking of great lines in television history, here's another one of my favorites. I've been ripping my DVDs to my media server lately, and I was in the basement and I tripped over my DVD set of I, Claudius. And now, Brian, you ever watch that series?
Of iCarly? I watched that.
No, not iCarly. Claudius.
Oh.
I think I have seen an
instead?
episode of 2, but I haven't seen it regularly.
Not the new iCarly. It sucks. Watch the old ones. They're better.
The old one. Well, it was a 12-part miniseries. Done in the 70s, and watching it really makes you feel a part of history, and that's when you truly understand that the Romans all spoke in perfect English in a British accent.
Yes, of course they did. After all, they conquered Britain.
But but one of the great lines is Caligula is the emperor, and he's starting to go mad. And he is revealed to his uncle Claudius that he has transformed into a god. And
wow.
Claudius goes along with this to appease him so that he won't kill him, because Caligula kind of would kill anyone at whim that he felt like.
For the fun of it, yes.
For the fun of it. And so he sends Claudius to go get his sister / wife, because she has also become a goddess along with him, and so this is the dialogue here is just perfect. Yeah, it's I'll go ahead and share the screen here.
He wants to see you. He's become a god. Oh, you're a god too. We're not.
we're not.
We're not a god. Sorry. Too bad.
Oh, you're a god too. We're not.
You know, Gators, the problem is they're in a British accent. They should all be from Brooklyn. That'd be better.
The Brooklyn edition of I, Claudius. Yeah,
Yes.
So anyways, if you have not, Brian, you've only seen parts of it, or you should check out the whole series. Is it available?
Do you know who's
streaming anywhere?
showing it? You know who's showing it?
Well, you can buy a DVD set, but let me check.
It's probably Amazon Prime, knowing them.
Let me see if it is streaming anywhere. Looks like it's on Prime Video on Amazon.
See, there you go.
Hot damn.
So there you go. Oh no, wait. Watch with Acorn TV. Start your 7-day trial or buy the episodes. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, buy your episodes.
What's Acorn TV?
Yeah, I've never done
you've never done Acorn?
TV.
Acorn's cool.
Now I don't know if that's exclusive or not. Let's see. It might be on Apple TV. I don't know, but then again, I have to click on it.
I don't
to
have
see.
Apple TV.
I don't have Apple TV either.
Wow, I'm the one that doesn't like Apple, and I have Apple TV.
So,
What goes on there?
well, let's see how much the DVDs are. If you want to buy the DVD from Amazon, because DVDs are cheap. Yeah, $34 for a brand new set of I, Claudius on DVD.
Can I get that on Blu-ray?
Oh, nice.
It's not been. I think that was recorded on like videotape, so it's probably not worth the high def transfer. It would just be an upscaling.
Maybe you could fit more episodes on a single disc.
You could, but there's really it's not worth the effort to scale that up. You could probably you can get it used for $16, but you probably got to pay shipping for the used, and they take longer to get there. So yeah, $34 for a DVD set.
You might be able to find episodes on YouTube.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, that could work too. The point is you might have to go to a little bit of effort to watch it, but I highly recommend it. I've watched it multiple times, and I've just ripped the DVDs now, so I'll probably watch it another time. Looks like the episodes are on YouTube. At least the 6th episode is.
So how do you recognize the good version, shall we say?
The British version, not the Brooklyn version.
Well, the 35th anniversary DVD set has the best transfer.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know about streaming or YouTube or whatever, but if you're going to buy a DVD set, the 35th anniversary edition is the one. There was a one before it that had pretty poor sound. You had to turn the volume up a lot. And then the other one that came out after that apparently had better sound, but had some edits from
now Gators, is this new version?
They wanted to get rid of some of the bad words with edits?
Well, we'll keep them. There's nudity. At some Well, those of us in the United States that watched it on TV back in the day probably saw it on PBS, and PBS probably edited out some of the nudity. So it's possible that one of the DVD sets got a print from that was edited for some streaming or for some broadcast somewhere. But anyways, the 35th anniversary edition is a real deal, except that there actually is a bit of lost media in I, Claudius, although it's not made it to the lost media web pages. The 8th episode ends with Caligula pulling a Zeus on his sister wife by basically killing her.
By devouring her?
Devouring the fetus. Right. Because that's what Zeus did.
His wife was a fetus?
No, his wife was pregnant. The fear that
to
be a greater god than him, so he cut her open. But that's they don't actually show that. But apparently, the episode originally ended with showing the after scene of the dead wife in the room. Here, I'll show you how the episode ends, and you can kind of see.
Guys.
You can kind of see. Well, I won't show the actual scene, but I'll show.
Are you gonna play charades? Are you gonna charade the scene?
No, I'm gonna show because they edited the scene, but you could see that the scene cut short, and apparently the first airing actually showed what was in the room that Claudius looked in before ending. But it was considered too shocking that after the first airing, they edited that out, and no one has the print of that original airing anymore.
But
so
you have it.
I don't. It's missing.
Oh, I thought you were going to show it.
I'm gonna show what's left, and you'll see that it cuts short. Because you see, he peeks in the door, and sees the aftermath of the horrific thing that occurred in there, and reacts. And you can see that the door's starting to swing open here before it cuts. I mean, you see, he doesn't close the door. The door is swinging open. And so apparently that scene extended that the camera looked in. But that's lost to time unless someone's VCR was running, capturing the BBC on that original airing in 1976.
There's got to be some VCRs. What'd you say, 77?
Should we pull up
76.
YouTube and look for the deleted scenes in I, Claudius?
I've looked. It's not surfaced.
Okay.
It's still lost. In fact, there is some debate as to whether or not it really exists, because there are people that say, I remember seeing it, and there are people that say, oh, I think they cut it before they aired it. You're probably misremembering. But it has been said by official accounts that they seem to recall that it did originally air showing the room only for the first one, and then they chopped it after that, and all prints after that have had that edit. But like I said, you could see that he doesn't close the door. Oh, I went back a little too far. Close.
Go in there. Don't go in there.
It is really good acting. I mean, this I felt like was enough when I watched it. That it really does do a good job of conveying that.
Oh yeah. In fact, actually, that little scene you accidentally added really does add to the whole thing. That you get the drama better.
Yeah, but what really sticks out to me is that you can see that the door keeps swinging as they come.
Yeah. It definitely opens.
So what does he do?
Oh, there is an I, Claudius.
Goes in there.
There's an I, Claudius. Novel. Never mind.
Yeah, well, the TV.
There's a TV series and a British film.
Oh, the TV series is based on the novels.
Could you just read the novels and see what's in the room?
Right.
I mean, you know what's in there. But then another great scene is let's see, I think it's in the third episode where they line up all the I guess it's in the second episode actually, where Augustus Caesar has all lined up all the guys that have been sleeping with his daughter, and well, that was part of Livia's plot to get her son Tiberius to be.
Patrick Stewart was in it.
Yes, Patrick Stewart was in it.
Look at that! Two Star Trek references at once. Patrick Stewart, and someone's name is Tiberius. There you go.
There you go.
Perfect. Right there.
All right, let's see if I could find this. Cue this up to the right spot. So here's all the men that have slept with his daughter.
Wow.
Would not want to be one of them right about now.
Wow, she'd be a hoe. Dang. Girl. I hope you'd be getting paid for that.
That's quite a long line of men.
Dang, she's a hoe.
Brian Blessed as Augustus Caesar.
Sextus Balbus? Is it true? Have you slept with my daughter?
Caesar,
Answer the question.
Yes, Caesar.
And you? Marcus Volusius Saturnius? Have you slept with my daughter?
Caesar.
Just answer the question.
Yes, Caesar.
You're being interrogated by your mom.
So
You
is
just
this
answer the question.
this Patrick Stewart role of this Roman soldier a important?
Yes,
character?
he is an important character.
Oh, okay, all right. It was hard to tell because it was not exactly top of the list.
Only once. That's all.
Only once.
Does that mean you only chop off one ball?
No! You can't go uniballing around.
Not slept. You mean it happened standing up, perhaps? Or in the street, or on a bench? Not slept.
Wow.
That
Caesar, your
that is
girl
not
be
a happy
alone.
Caesar.
I love that, yes.
Though this next slide is the greatest.
Not slept.
Is there anyone in Rome who has not slept with my daughter?
Great line.
You know, Caesar's looking down going, dang, my girl.
These guys,
Dang.
they're dead. They're dead. They're dead men walking. They are just...
Oh my god.
Now, Sparky wants to know, is I, Claudius a movie title? I think they tried to make a movie of it, and I don't think they ever finished it. Also, you'll probably want to replace those V's with U's, even though the title cards do spell it with the V's. Typically, it's
Romanesque style,
yeah.
yes.
Now Sparky's suggesting maybe Pluto, IMDb, Fubo, and the other apps. Anyways, wherever you find it, I mean, I'm glad. I like having my DVD set now dripped on my media server, and now I can watch it wherever or whatever I want. But it's if you haven't, you should. It is
That's
absolutely worth.
And so you watch that, and then you'll be in plenty prime form for the Curse of Oak Island season 10.
It's much better than the Caligula movie. That sucked. Had some interesting sex scenes. It was kind of a porn / Roman history movie.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that was. There was a good lesbian scene in it. But it's kind of funny because they're not main characters. So it's like the main characters are not doing porn scenes, and all of a sudden they cut to, meanwhile, these two women over here decide to have a lesbian sex scene.
Oh, you mean like Game of Thrones is right now, you know? Oh, Hollywood Nights.
Now, Sparky Toast is going to pass. He'd rather watch Hollywood Nights. Well, anyways, we got a stalking cat here that wants some treats. So let's see if we can entice her.
And we're in overtime, yes.
Is it Hestia?
It is Hestia. Let's see if we can entice her to come on camera for us.
You do it, Hestia.
She doesn't like it when I speak in a deep voice like this, so I'm going to have to talk like this. And, hey, come on. Why don't you come jump up here? Come on. It's okay. I'm not going to hurt you. You know that. Get real close to your nose there so you can smell it. And then kitty. Here. She's, it takes
So while we're doing a cat adventure, I could tell a little dog story, okay?
a little dog story. There you go.
So I'm at my sister-in-law's, and this was on Saturday, and the determination is, okay, she's got to go to the lab to do some tests, a blood draw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So we open the door to get her into the car. She's going with a walker. My sister-in-law is very weak. She's had some strokes, so this is not great.
Yeah.
Go to the lab, and the damn dog sees, here's the opportunity. I'm going to go run. You little bitch. So I start heading toward her. Of course, she looks back, sees that I'm coming toward her, so she goes another 50 feet. And before you know it, she's turned the corner. And as I was going down the street walking, I pass a guy that was at his car, and he says, "Yeah, she just went over to the right." Okay, so I go to the right. I don't see anything. I guess, well, shoot. It's time to go look for her with the car. We don't have time for this shit, right?
Right.
We're trying to go to the lab. So I walk back, and as I pass the guy, he says, "I got to get the car. I'm going to go hit her."
Oh, poor puppy.
Of course, I
Poor
was
puppy.
Of course, I was meaning. Now, one of her caregivers handed me some dog treats. You know, that works for a cat. You want to get a cat, you get the big old can of mackerel. Fucking mackerel smells like hell, and the cat will come running. The dog doesn't give a shit. She's in I'm running away from you mode, right?
Right.
But so I do go into the house and get a leash. Oh, the hell with it. We all get in the car. We go to the lab. I drop her off. Says, "Okay, I got to go find your dog."
Right.
So drop off the sister-in-law and a caregiver. Come back to the house, and I drive around the block once. I didn't see her. You know, she just runs the normal walking route. So, you know, we know where that is, right? So I parked the car. I have the leash. This time I'll walk around. In fact, when we were on the way to the lab, we did kind of some peeking down some different cul-de-sacs and stuff. I passed the cul-de-sac and go, oh, there's this alley. I turned one day down the alley and I heard all these dogs barking. She might be with these other dogs, right?
Right.
They're having a dog party.
She actually went the other direction in the alley. So I went the wrong way, really. But she saw me, so she comes running past me, right?
Right.
And so she's just a little bit ahead of me, and she checks out every dog that's barking, including the last dog that's behind this gate that was barking ferociously, like, I'm going to kill that little bitch, right? And she just doesn't care, right?
Right.
He can't kill me. He can't get through this gate. So then she turns the corner. I turn the corner, follow her, and then goes down a little bit. She turns the corner again, and she's going toward the house. I go, oh, well, good. I can't catch her. In fact, I had one chance to lasso her with the leash, but I missed. And anyway, so we get to the house. The door was wide open because there's another caregiver that was in the house. It was a shift change. And so it was there for the dog to just run right in. Problem solved. I gave the dog a lecture like she gives a shit. Put the leash back on the rack. I swear at her, you know,
puppy.
you're never getting dog treats again from me. You know,
Puppy just wanted to have a little stroll, Brian.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Exactly.
A stroll. It's okay.
He was concerned
You
for
get
your health.
angry,
Want to make
you
sure you
threaten
got a
all
little
kinds
exercise.
of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, no exercise for Brian.
So I got a walk-in with the dog off leash.
Yeah, without the dog.
And then that was Saturday is the regular day for the dog walker to come, and then the dog walker came. So she actually got 2 walks out of the deal.
Well, there you go.
So did the cat actually end up here in camera?
Well, for a little while, she ate a few treats off. She put her paws up and grabbed the treats with her head. But
so she got what she wanted.
She got in camera a bit. She got a few treats. Now she's waiting for the rest of the treats downstairs. But this has been another fun-filled edition of
Insert title here.
Totally fun.
And we do try to be educational here. I think we've all learned a whole lot. Yar. I learned that today was Tuck Like a Pirate Day, and I need to keep track of that if I'm going to impress the CIO, yar, on these heavy seas.
Yar.
Brian, what have you learned today?
Learned a little bit about intervals and what songs you use to help identify them.
Cool.
Interesting. I did find that video so that I could actually watch it and kind of get this guy's British view of interesting intervals from pop shows and things that are popular in
Was
the
he
UK.
British or Australian?
What?
Was that guy British or Australian?
I'm not sure. Probably British, though.
Oh.
So,
do they
Mars.
do music in Australia? Just joking. Just joking.
Yeah, but it's all in the didgeridoo.
Yeah, that's cool.
They also have Vegemite sandwiches there. That's disgusting.
It's all songs about Vegemite sandwiches played on didgeridoos, but
Totally, yeah.
But Mars, what have you learned this week?
At least it's not pumpkin spice flavored.
Yeah. Mars, what have you learned this week?
I've learned that Tide Pods do not help the scurvy. Me arm.
All right, Mars wins the internet. And Sparky Toaster learned that Johnny is a certified washing machine repair tech now. One more hat for Johnny to wear.
That's right, man.
All right, we're going to go ahead. We're going to raid Alenka.
Gators, what did you learn?
But whatever you do, don't refer to that guy that you were talking to that did it for free, right?
Gators,
Because
what
he
did
would
you
be
learn?
stealing your gig.
I learned that I should have put a reminder that today was Talk Like a Pirate Day, so I could have impressed.
Oh, yeah. Arr!
Yarr.
Yeah.
These reports be swabbing the deck.
I take it. Doom is gone.
Yeah, he has to be up at like 5 to fix the oil problems.
I don't blame him.
But we're gonna raid Alenka Cello is who we're gonna raid.
Okay, cool.
So because she's got the electric cello out, and that
Nice.
is cool. And she doesn't have nearly enough viewers for how awesome of a stream that she is doing.
But this is why we do this.
Yes.
To help these people find more viewers.
Exactly. So tell her we sent you, and you all have a nice evening.
All right.
Enjoy,
And
guys.
see you, Sparky, if you're not already gone. Adios.
There we are. All right. Good stream.
Have a good vacation, Gators.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah. Enjoy Stinky Land. I mean,
Stinky Land.
Florida.
Hopefully, I'll have clean clothes.
Sweaty sock. Sweaty sock in the face when you get off the plane. You go, oh yeah, that's why I love Florida.
All right. Well, good night.
Have a good one.